Welcome to another video. My name is Ramon and today's video is going to be a little Blender tutorial, showcase, something. My wife bought a new Elgato Prompter. That's this device thing with a mirror and a screen that you can put between a camera and a person talking. So you can get text and script which you can read while looking into the camera. I have that in my main setup above the garage as well, as you might have seen in some behind the scenes footage from my videos. But that's one thing with these prompters, you get a whole lot of accessories with it, but not one where you can really put a phone into. We've used these small clamps before that pinch your phone into place, but they are just a hassle to work with, and yeah, it moves everything around. They're not ideal. So I came up with the idea to make just a little case which you can put your phone in from the top, just slide it in and you're done. And I thought that would be a nice little project for you guys as well, to just do a dedicated Blender video. Because I know some of you ask for more in-depth Blender tutorials, but I find it very hard to do with the longer projects where I have to go through a lot of topics and chapters to finally get to an end, and I don't want the videos to be 1.5 to 2 hours long. I wouldn't do that to you. But yeah, that's the idea for today. So dedicated Blender video. If you're here for the projects, you have to wait a bit longer. They're still in the works. Just make sure you're subscribed and you'll get notified when these are done. But yeah, the desk lamp is a work in progress at this moment. So let me show you what I'm working with. This is the Elgato Prompter my wife got to record videos in her book corner thing. And when placing the phone as much to the right as possible, it still captures the edge of the mirror. This is the edge. So the phone has to go more to the right on this bracket here. And I created a previous bracket to hold a pop socket for the Samsung Galaxy S23 as well, but this doesn't really fit anymore. So there's basically this pop socket that prevents it from going right further, and it has to be somewhere over here so that the cameras are centered. And then we don't have that edge anymore while recording. And there's also some microphone that has to go in the back of this phone. So I just want to create a sort of holding or sliding bracket that you can just pop the phone in a lot easier than this clamp thing as well. And here's the microphone thing connected as well. So this has to be somewhere over here. And I want to create a quick functional bracket for this in Blender and just 3D print it. By the way, this is a new setup, so let me know what you think, if you have any suggestions, if everything is fine. If things are hard to follow, let me know as well. On screen I have everything scaled to 125%, so it's a little bit better readable because I have a 4K screen. And in the left bottom corner, you should be able to follow along with all my key presses. So that's it. Yeah, let's get started. Default to delete. And let's delete the camera and the light as well. And of course, Shift A, add a new mesh, and let's add a cube. So I took some pictures of the phone to know which size that we need to work with, because the most important part is that the phone slides into the case. So I'm going to hit Shift A. Now if I do Shift A and I add a reference image, it gets sort of like flat on how your view is. And yeah, that's not ideal in this case. So I'm going to undo that. And that was the side picture. So I'm going to hold Alt and snap to the axes, Shift A, add the image as a reference again. And as you can see, it's now flat and locked to the axis because I had the screen locked to the font orthographic view. So that's an easy way to straight away get your images imported correctly. The only thing that I have to do now is just rotate it a bit on the y-axis. It's 90 minus to flip it, and that should be good then. Now for the other images, and I'm going to move this on the y-axis so it's out of our subject. I also have some top images. I'm going to snap to the top and repeat that same progress on these steps. That's one's good straight away, and I'll just move it up. And I'm going to snap to that view again and add another reference image. And this is the one with the screen on top, and this one has the back side of the phone visible, so I know where the cameras are. And I also added the microphone attachment that she uses because it's important that it doesn't interfere with the case. So let's take a look. They should probably be a bit bigger. I placed them on this mat specifically because it has nice measurements on it. So we know that we need about 16.5 centimeters or 15 for the phone and about 7.5 in width. So we can line that up with our grid here. It's a bit annoying that these are on top of each other. You can also, when you go to the image properties, now next to these, just image settings, we can also play around with what's visible. So if we select this top image, you can select the side which should be visible. You can do front or back. So let's say front. Now we can see the front, but it's see-through from the back. And we can also change that to back, and now it's see-through from the front. So if we apply that to all of these images, so we leave this one for the front, and if I snap to this axis, now I can look at it at the other image through this image, and vice versa. I can now watch through the top image to the bottom image. So this way you can have two references on the same axis. I don't know how to call it otherwise, but it's a very useful thing to know and work with if you want to have multiple reference images for your 3D parts. So the next thing that I have to do is make sure that my reference images have the right size. And to do that, I am very fortunate to have this nice and handy measurements projected behind my phone. You can also place a ruler next to your object. But my grid in Blender also represents like 1 cube is 1 centimeter. So we need like 15 cubes. And I can start by just selecting this one. So we can scale this up, and let's lower the opacity so that we'll see what we're doing, and you have to count all these blocks and so on, and I'm not looking forward to that. So we know that we need like 15 centimeters for the phone. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to unhide the cube and just scale this one to 15 centimeters. And it only had to be one axis, but yeah, we can see a bit better now. Let's go to wireframe. You can see it even better. Then we know that this width is what the phone should be between these outer lines. So I'm going to use that to scale and align the images now. So let's rotate a little bit so that they align properly. Okay. and then hit S for scale. It really feels like cheating now that we have these lines on the map. I am moving it now, but I hit G to move, and then I did Shift Z. This excludes the Z axis for being moved on. So G to move, and now it also goes up and down, but if I hit Shift Z, it's only on the X and Y. So you can exclude an axis on which you want it to move. And also hit Shift Y. That excludes the Y axis, but it's X and Z now. So, and so on. But yeah. Let's get back to aligning and making everything fit. Move. And now that I know that these are all right and we also rotated it correctly, we can select the cube. I'll go to a solid view. That makes it a little bit easier. And now I can do the sides as well. So now I'm going to hit Alt Z, and this makes our part see-through. And I can scale it on the X-axis now to get a better view. And I'm going to line the image up again. Make sure that we have the right one. Yes. And now for the next part, we have everything aligned for this image. We can also flip it to the other side and align the other image. So S for scale. I'm just going to align it with that gray box again. And also hold Shift to rotate with more fine controls. If I release Shift, it's all over the place. If I hold Shift, it's very fine. You have to move the mouse a lot more. And that should be it. So we have about both images aligned now with our own replica case cube thing. Now all that's left is to have the thickness of the phone as well. I don't think this one is necessary, but we can also view that image. We have the reference here. It's about 1.1, 1.2 centimeters. So I'm just going to enter that here, 1.2, and we are done. This is the base of our phone. For the next part, we still have to add the curves and really see the camera placement. So let's do that first. I'm going to hit Ctrl A and apply all the transforms on our phone. I'll name this phone as well. I'm going to hit the slash key now so we can go to this object only, and all the references and everything else disappear. You're just in this part. We need this. Oh, that might not be very useful because we want the images to see our edges. So I'm going to hit that same key and everything pops back to normal. I'm going to hit Tab to get into the edit mode, 2 to get the line selection. You have 1, 2, 3 also on your keyboard. This is vertex mode. You have the line mode and the face mode. So I'm going to select the lines that are on the corners of this piece. And working with the Alt-C, or yeah, how do you call it? Transparency mode also lets you select through the object, which is very useful. Now I'm going to snap to the top and hit Ctrl B for bevel, and we can choose how round we want the edges. I'm just going to scroll up and we can select, as you can see on top, you see the segments increase or decrease. And we just want some nice round curves that align with the phone. And something like that. Okay. Now the next step will be to add the cameras. I'm going to hit 2, I'm going to select this whole outer edge, and I hit I for inset. And then with shift I just drag it in just a little bit. Because as you can see on this bottom reference image, there's a sort of a raised surface where the camera lenses are. So I want to just replicate that a little bit, just give it a few millimeters in thickness. We want to stay away completely from the cameras and mostly hold the phone in the bottom part, but so we get a reference of where they are. This is a significant feature of the device that will always be there, and we just don't want to interfere with that. I can move this image down because we don't need it that close. This one up. It doesn't change anything from our orthographic views. Okay. So back to this. I'm going to select that inner line now, and I'm going to hit I again. And let's see. Yeah, we're almost there. Now I'm just going to move the other positions. Let's first do the top ones. Let's bring those down. So this one, we don't need that one. And I'm going to deselect that one as well. And I'm going to move these down to this edge. So GX. And somewhere around there. And then I'm going to deselect this one, or select the whole loop again, deselect all the left ones, and we're going to move those on the Y all the way over there. And now we can select the whole ring again. I'm going to flip my view. And I'm going to hit E for extrude, and then we're going to extrude up. And you also see the distance in top here. You can also type it. So let's say 0.25 or 2.5 millimeters. It's just a guess, but at least this gives us the reference of where the cameras are. And now when we tap out of this, we have a nice phone reference thing. The only thing that's still missing is the audio controller in the back from the Rode microphones. Now we can tap back into this and just Shift A to add a cube. And I'm going to hit orthographic view, move this on the Y, and just scale it to the size of this black thing in the end. Scale it on the other axis. And I'm going to hit 2, and because we are still in the sort of see-through view, you can also just blindly select these and it should select the corners. We can double check that now. Yes, all the 4 corners are selected. And now we can do the same again, just Ctrl B for bevel. It still has that same segment count. That's a bit much for this one. And also it doesn't matter that much. It's just as a reference. And that's it. Now I'm going to hit L on this piece to just select that part. You can use L to select complete parts where your mouse is hovering over. So select that audio interface thing again. Snap to the other view. Side view, And now I'm just going to scale it on Z, and I know that it's a bit thinner than the phone. So I'm just going to leave it at that. And that should be it. We have a nice representation of the phone. So I can hide the reference images and use this however I want to shape the case around. That's the first part. We have the mock-up of the phone that we need. Now we're going to build the case around it. So I'm going to rotate this phone around on the Y, 90 minus for the other side. And I'm going to hit these transform information things. They're a bit in the way sometimes. Now, what I find the easiest way to do this is to just add a new mesh, Shift A, mesh, and I'm going to add a cube, scale it up, maybe on the Y first, okay, I'm going to move the phone up, and then move this one up 1 centimeter so that we're on 0. And as you can see, we already have something that almost captures the phone how it should. I'm going to move it up a bit more. Let's see if we can, let's hit N and put this at 5. That's not 5. Okay, I'm just going to put it at 5 millimeters here. So tap into it, A, GZ, somewhere around there. So this should be approximately 5 millimeters now. Then for the other part, Control A and apply all the transforms. So, yeah, what is it? Mesh, world origin thing, everything stays in center. So this is basically how I want to hold the phone. And this is on the camera side, you have a bit more room to play with, and here we're a bit limited in space. But there's still plenty, so I think that will be alright. And one thing that my wife wants as well, she wants access to the screen, because that's important. If you're recording with your phone, you want to see what you're recording and have all the touch options available from behind the camera. So let's take this one. This is now 2 centimeters wide. I'm fine with that. It's a nice size to work with. It gives it also a little bit of stability on the plate as well. And it doesn't protrude too much against the lens. So I'm going to tap into this one. Now this should be fine underneath the audio interface, so I want to leave that. And I want to add more support on this side. So I'm just going to hit Ctrl R, and then we can create a line in center. And let's see, I'll add another one here on 2 centimeters. So this is almost like a square now. I'm going to hit 3 and select this face, and I'm going to move it up. Just to underneath that camera thing, that extrusion from the camera. And I think this should be plenty to hold this phone in place on a Elgato Prompter, because it's mostly stationary. It shouldn't wobble, there shouldn't be anyone pulling something or walking into it. So just if the phone slides in from the top and stays in place, I think it's fine. Okay, I'm going to tap out of this, add a modifier, and I'm going to add a Boolean modifier. And I'm going to, with this eyedropper tool, select the phone. And you can also select it from the list. We have all objects available that are in our collections, but we only have the phone. As you can already see, it's now cutting out the phone shape, which is exactly what we need. Now, this is fine, and I'm going to hit... do I want to apply this? Probably. I'll just rename it first. Phone holder. And I'm going to make a new collection and call this backup. The action that I'm going to do, applying the modifier, is a destructive action. After all my undo actions run out, I cannot go back any further. So I would like to keep a backup of this version before I do destructive work. So we can always go back to that safe version. Yeah, it's just a fail-safe and it doesn't cost you much, just a couple KBs of data. So why not? So Shift D to duplicate, and I'm going to just drag this into the backup folder and hide and unrender or not render the backup folder. So we can continue working with the phone holder. And I'm going to apply this shape or modifier. And there's one more thing that I would like to change on this, and that's on this side. We now have these extrusions in there, but I want more screen to be available. So it can grip on the corners, but the main part, the main screen on the back should be available and visible. So let's see how we're going to do that. I'm going to hit Ctrl R and cut it here. That should be all right already. Okay, that's very nice. Then I'm going to bring this one down. Now I don't like that this one on the inside is moving, but that's because that it has been sort of auto-cut by the phone with the Boolean. I'm going to hide the phone and fix this first, because this is not really how I would like to see it. I'm going to hit X and remove that edge. And now it's created a whole lot of lines, of course. But we don't really need those here. I'm going to hit Alt-C to only select the inside. And dissolve the edges. And now they're gone. Okay. I'm going to hit 1, select this vertex, enable auto merge. So when I hit double G, this will slide along a vertex, and I can align it on the other vertex now, and now it merged to that one. And I'm going to hit R, add one in the center, and here as well. Now I'm going to select these, and I want to align them exactly with these two vertices. So in the top, I'm going to hit Active Element. This is a pivot point, or transform pivot point. This means that whatever you select, from there it's going to react on your actions. So for now it takes the median. I can select bounding box center, then these two things will get a box around them, and that's the whole thing that moves and it adjusts around. So if I scale now, they will be pushed apart and pushed together because it's a box that's being scaled. If I hit Active Element, it will scale around this last point that I selected, which is highlighted white. So as you can see, it's only being scaled towards or from that point. Now I'm going to use that to my advantage. So with Active Element selected, I'm going to select one of the other vertices to which I want to line up. I'm going to hit S for scale and hit Y on the Y axis only, and then hit 0. So it will all 0 to that same vertex on the Y axis. And as you can see, they are all perfectly aligned now. Now I can fill this top side up again. I'm going to select this in 2 in edge mode. I'm going to hit F to just fill it with faces. And because we have all 4 vertices in every, in all the lines and in our geometry, it will do that very nicely. Now I'm going to select this edge and I want to move this down. So G, Z, and about there. Okay. So now with the phone, we have a little bit left here. It will just go, a bit above the edge of the screen, but not as much as it did before. Clean up some edges here as well. And to dissolve these edges and basically do the same that I did on the other side before. GG to slide. And we can basically do this for this whole internal range. GG, and then all will slide outside, and they are now merged with the other edge that was closest. So these are all tidied up now. That's nice. And we can leave this one. This will provide some rigidity, I think. So it's nice to leave those in place. This is just underneath the camera on the outside. So on this inside, I want a little bit more room or visibility. So I'm going to slice this up again. And where do we want to go? About 1 centimeter. Okay. And here we did the thing again with the edges. So remove that edge and we have to fill this up again. Oh, not yet. We have to add these vertices to the center as well and align them. So S, Y, 0 and with scaled, because we're doing everything on the active element still. And now I should be able to fill it up nicely. Okay. And now I'm going to select this one. We can add one to that as well. So if I select this whole loop with the 2, it's a line selection or the edge mode, I can move it inwards a bit more or to the outside so that at least the screen coverage is less. So G, Y, and I'm just going to add it to there. Yeah, we could even go to this one straight to the edge. So it will be a straight line down. Because it should still hold the phone in this piece, so I'm not worried about that. And we can basically do the same here. I just have to do something about this edge now, because this is not nice. So 2 to select this edge, X, delete. Let's delete the edge. And now I can fill this up again, but it doesn't like to. That's better. Okay. Now for the 3D printing, geometry doesn't make that much of a difference. Normally you would clean this up a bit nicer, but I don't have to because it's just for 3D printing. But let's bevel this one as well. Just a nice little slope. I'll wait with this one and do the other side the same. We can do them at the same time, so they will look exactly the same. Let's move this one on. Yeah, this whole thing can go on the Y. Now I'm going to select this edge, and we are still on active element, and this works for edges as well. So I'm going to hit shift, select that edge. As you can see, the right edge is yellow now, this one's white. So scale on Z 0, and we're on the exact same height now. And for this one, I'm going to hit G, Y, and place it on top of the other one. Now, this doesn't dissolve them because they're not exactly in place, even though we still have the auto merge enabled. So what I'm going to do is deselect these two and hit GG. This will glide along the edge and make sure that they hit those exact vertices. So if I click now, they should be merged. They are merged. Okay. And now all that's left is this one. This one's still loose, but it's aligned on, yeah, this same distance on the Y. We can do it just to be sure. Scale Y 0. So these are exactly aligned, and we can do the same as on the other side. We don't need this edge, and we have to fill this up again. And now we should have a nice clean geometry thing that moves everything around. And now we can do these edges both at the same time. Let's see what will be a nice curve profile. Control B. This also makes it come up just a little, so it catches the screen just a little bit better, or the edge of the phone. Okay. Yeah, 7 millimeters, something. It aligns nicely with the other curve now, I think. And now we have a nice shape that should hold the phone enough, or well enough, I think. So let's add the phone back and see what we've got. This is our phone shape. Now, the only thing is this is an exact match to the phone, so it's just too tight. So what I'm going to do, tap into the shape, flash to select it, hit 3 to select faces, and I'm going to select this whole inside. Now with Control, you can select range, or the shortest path. So if I select this one here and then Control and select this one here, this is the shortest path because it's straight and has the least amount of faces in between. So it chooses that path towards this one. And now I have everything selected that I wanted to. Now let's go out of this, and I still have my selection. So with the /P, you can go in and out, you maintain selection. Yeah, we need a few more, I think. Yeah, we need these on the inside as well, and these on top. So for me, the easiest is to just select everything on the inside. So go to 1 and just select the inside like this. I thought we were there with all those that I selected, but unfortunately not. But now I have everything. And I'm going to hit orthographic, and I hit S to scale it. and this does all the axes. I don't want that. And there's also one more thing. We are scaling towards an active element. As you can see, this is not what we want. So Ctrl Z, make sure that the pivot point is set to either bounding box center or the 3D cursor. Or you can also do individual origin. To us it doesn't matter because we are exactly over the 3D cursor, so I'm going to use that. All that I want to do with this is first scale it on the x-axis, scale x, and now it stays in place. It only does the x-axis. Let's undo, and I just want about 2 millimeters added. Gives it a little bit of play, but enough to hold the phone and yeah, just make it easy to slide in and out of the case. So S, X, we can even do, yeah, 0.15 or something. Okay. And now there's one more thing that might be pinching the phone, and that's in this direction, so on the y-axis. I'm going to hit Ctrl Z to reselect what I just deselected. Snap to the top. And then we'll do S, Y, just a little bit. And if we show it now, you can see there's a little bit of play around the phone, but it should keep it in place nicely. It shouldn't be able to tip over or anything else. Okay, as you can see, this has distorted our cutout here a little bit. So I'm going to hit Ctrl Z and also select these vertices. And then I'm going to S, Y, scale it again. Like that. Now it's nice and straight. On the x-axis it didn't matter, on the y-axis it does. So this should be a nice way to hold the phone, I think. The only thing that's left to do is create a hole on the bottom where I can use the thumb screws from the prompter to grip it and make sure that it's properly connected to the base. The prompter comes with these thumb screws that you also see on the bottom of a webcam or a camera, the standard thread size. Now, there's a nice little tool, and if we go to Edit, Preferences, and you go to Get Extensions or add-ons if you already have it, but Get Extensions, and you type Bolt, there's something called Bolt Factory. So I'm going to install that one. And now we have it available. And what this does is if you hit Shift A and you want to add something and mesh, and we can select a bolt. And this is such a useful tool. You can hit the add bolt item on the left bottom of your screen. The overlay is a little bit in the way now, and my head probably as well, but bear with me. I know what I can do, something like that. Okay, this might be a bit weird. I just duplicated the view thing, but you should be able to see the menu now. My head shouldn't be in the way. But we have this new added bolt here. Hit slash to go to that view. And now the menu is gone, of course. Mesh, bolt. Now we can see the bolt, finally. Okay, we can select a model. You have a nut and a bolt. You can select both. I would like a bolt. You can select a bit type. This is totally unrelated to what we're doing now, but it also adds that. If you want it, you can select whatever you please. Here are the presets. You can just select an M preset. So this is an M3 screw. You can select M5, M4, and so on. So M2.5 until M12 are just predefined. You can use them, very handy. Now, just to be sure, let's just find the thread size that we need. Alright, here we are again. I found something on machiningdoctor.com or something, but there's the 1/4 inch 20 UNC thread data sheet, and this shows us like what we need to fill this in properly, because these are all terms that I'm not familiar with. I'm just a random guy on the internet trying random stuff, so yeah, let's just see what we can fill in and if we get something that we like. So pitch is in millimeters, pitch distance 127, we've got that now. Minor 4.8. Let's see if I can keep this one on top. Okay, 4.839. Then the major, I don't see that anywhere. Thread height. Now the diameter is 6.35. That's not good. Change bolt. We can change it. Okay. I don't know. I think this looks more like what we need, at least. This looks like the thread that I'm used to on these camera things. So I think I'm just gonna go with it. Probably would be easiest and best to get a heated threaded insert, because it's a lot less hassle than this, but I wanted to show you this bolt option. If you just need a regular M bolt, this is a whole lot easier. Anyway, we'll leave it at this and we'll see if it works. So I'm going to rotate on the X 180 upside down, move it up a little bit. You only need a few threads just for the teleprompter base to grab onto it. And I'm going to close this and we're back to normal. Okay, let's get our phone holder visible again. Oh, there's plenty of room. But we also have to keep in mind that there's a phone in there. Theoretically, it wouldn't matter if there's just a hole in the bottom going all the way through. Yeah, it already is. Okay, so I'm just going to move that up and I think we should be fine. And I'm just going to do the same as before, select the case, add a modifier, Boolean modifier, and select our bolt. And it's still there, but if I select and hide the bolt now, it will just Boolean everything out. And we have our threads added. Now I have no clue how nicely that this will print, but I think because it's layer for layer, it might look decent. And the only thing it has to do is to hold this on its place on the teleprompter base. So I'm willing to go with that. Now there's one more thing to keep in mind. The phone is wider than the area in the teleprompter where the phone has to align, so it has to be off center by a little bit. Now we have some play on the teleprompter base, but I want to move this just a few centimeters to the left. Let's say 2 centimeters. Or I can just add another hole from that bolt. Do I need it visible? I don't think so. I have the bolt selected. Add a modifier. Let's add an array modifier. We need 2 on the Y, 0. That's better. Now we have 2 locations where we can mount it if necessary, and I think that should be fine. So let's hide the bolts again, and this will be the final version of what I'm going to try to print now. So that's I don't know, it's fairly quick, but that's a small video on this. I will also bevel these edges just so it's a bit nicer to hold and yeah, just doesn't have these sharp edges in your hands. We can also just add a bevel modifier for that. This will do the whole case, as you can see. Could be a bit better. Now we have these nice rounded edges, nothing sharp, nothing where you can hurt your fingers on. So that's it for this Blender tutorial. Just a quick phone holder. I'm going to print this now, and of course I'll show you the results. So there was one issue with the threaded inserts. They were definitely too small, but I printed little prototype pieces first, so this was a very quick and cheap fix. The second version with the bolts at 200% were perfect. Probably just me messing up the dimension somewhere. So this complete process from concept to functional printed parts took about 2.5 hours, where the majority of the time was recording and designing in Blender, which took about 1.5 hours. So here we have the final piece, and it all fits on there nicely. As you can see, it also lines up. And the phone camera will be centered once it's in there. So it will be about here. So this attached nicely, and I have a phone here with the microphone thing attached and the pop socket removed. And we can just slide it in nicely, and it stays in place as well. No issues on this one. And let's check the camera. Okay. And issue solved. No more mirror that's visible. And everything fits nicely with a easy to remove phone. This is a whole lot easier than the clamp that we used previously that really grips the phone. So a nice and quick Blender project. Now I would love to know if this was helpful or if you learned something new in this video. Also, what was your most recent functional project? Just throw it all in the comments down below. I would love to know that. And that was it for this video. Like the video if you liked it, subscribe if you want to get notified of my future projects. I'm currently working on a 3D printed desk lamp with ESP32 and WLED. So there will be a project video coming soon. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one. Goodbye.